Okay. Excuse me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another live stream. I know I'm like, I don't know, an hour late from my normal time. I had some stuff I needed to handle. So I'll give a second for people to hop on in here. And let me take a sip of my coffee. And then I'm going to give some thoughts real quick. All right, so I just want to draw your attention to my trading spreadsheet again. And this is a pretty simple thing that I'm going to update. And, you know, this is for members and subscribers, members on YouTube, subscribers on TikTok. But I've realized, you know, it's a member live stream that is viewable to the public, and I've posted it in the comment section, in the chat section on YouTube here, World War Bitcoin. And so, you know, if anyone who is not a member or subscriber sees it, so be it. Now, I want to remind you of one big thing here. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? We are in a downtrend. And so I have given my perspective. Hello, Bush. I have given my perspective as to what I think is going to happen. I think there will be some kind of a reversal soon. But until then, until we see a reversal, I am shorting more than I'm longing. I'm in a few shorts right now. They're doing all right, and I'm going to continue to do that. And then even when we see a reversal, some of the, you know, the smaller market cap or cryptos with terrible tokenomics, those are still they're not going to reverse along with like XRP or something like that. So we are in a downtrend, and therefore I am shorting more than I'm longing. Now I've added one update today, and this is, you know, you can see the last two updates, March 6th and March 10th. I've been a little bit hesitant to enter longs or shorts for a significant amount of time. I just want very short-term longs or shorts, and so those are my updates from March 6th and March 10th. March 13th. I have this shorting crypto pumps has been an effective strategy for me. Here's some examples. XLM, Popcat, which just got listed on Robinhood. So I shorted Arbitrum when it got listed on Robinhood, and that worked for me. Popcat just got listed on Robinhood. Caspa had like a 26% pump yesterday, and I entered a short on Caspa because, you know, that kind of a pump in a downtrend is probably going to be shorted by other people. So I will, throughout this live stream and throughout the day, continue to post updates. You can see I've done a few updates already. Aave, no big changes. Cardano, I do have an entry set for Cardano at 67.85 cents. It hasn't filled yet, I don't think, and the stop loss is at 54.75 cents. Take profits 89 cents, but if it pumps after getting down to that liquidity zone, I'm going to just take profits as it climbs. Other things like that, I added a new tab in the trading journal, and that is resources. And so I'm going to keep on. This is an ongoing project. Okay, there will continue to be resources added to this, including, and maybe I'll do a different tab for this, including trading strategies that like my preferred trading strategies, the things that you know, starting with the most basic things you need to know to trade. And so this is all going to be available on the trading spreadsheet. For today, I've added some traders to follow, different skill sets with each of them. I'm going to add a couple more, including this one that I follow called the Harmonic Trader. And he's really good. And so I have 4 on here right now. Emperor BTC, he's the primary person who I would say I would give credit to teaching me to trade. He has a lot of free resources. Lewis Raskin, I've mentioned him a ton. He's a young man in his 20s, and he's doing very well. He's made millions. Nebraskan Gooner, somebody who, my goodness, I was listening to like 10 minutes of a live stream of his today. He is emotionless. It's amazing. And he just does not care about any biases towards up and down. He will be a bull when he thinks it's time to be a bull and be a bear when he thinks it's time to be a bear. And then Paul Sampson, aka CVO, some courses here. Emperor BTC, his free PDFs. He has tons of content. Check him out, Emperor BTC on X, and then it's a pinned tweet of his. And then if you want like in-depth, like mega in-depth, a 40-hour course from Louis Raskin, and that is a paid course that costs money, but I'm telling you guys, you will not regret buying that if you're serious about trading. And use code WWBTC for a 10% discount. And so, yeah, like I said, I will continue to add resources to this spreadsheet. Reminder, outlook, my general outlook is I am more of a shorter than a longer, and unfortunately, that's working out right now. I really want to buy crypto. I really, really want to buy crypto. I am still waiting. I bought a little bit of Solana yesterday. You know, I bought a little bit, but I'm down on that a little bit. What's up, Jamil? Jamil's been right this whole time. I've been partially right. Jamil's been correct the entire time. So let's see. Cardano, that is Cardano, isn't it? Oh, yeah. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Cardano hasn't filled. I'm taking a chance on Cardano. My limit order is 67 cents, and we'll see how that goes. But again, guys, when am I going to start buying crypto again? Because, you know, I'll nibble away here and there, but when am I going to actually start buying crypto again? At the very least, when we see a reversal in the total two, we are just continuing to see lower highs and lower. This is, if there's the most basic thing that I could say we need to be paying attention to, this is it. There is no more basic thing than this. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Seeing potentially a break through the downtrend would be good, but I want to see that paired with a higher high, and then maybe buying on the back test. Maybe. But until then, for the most part, I'm going to be shorting, and I'm not going to be crying because that's been going well, and I'd recommend it. But, you know, instead of just holding spot and crying yourself to sleep every night, there's an easy opportunity. You can do a 1x short if you just find a good crypto a good crypto, in other words, a bad crypto, you know? So anyway, that's all I have for today. The total 2, total 3. I mean, today's been terrible. Total 3 is closer. It's flirting. XRP is, you know, if there's any crypto that's going to save us from this insanity, it's XRP. It's still in a range, but if the rest of the crypto market's going to go down, it'll drag XRP down with it. XRP gives me some hope. Cardano gives me some hope. We'll just have to let the market lead us. And I mean, like I said, NASDAQ was more oversold than at any point. Than four times in the last, what am I saying? Every time the XRP had the kind of, not the XRP, the NASDAQ had the kind of sell volume that it had on Monday, that marked a local bottom. So, I mean, NASDAQ is super. I mean, this is insane, man. I mean, I guess it's similar to July to the carry trade fiasco on August 5th. That was one of those oversold days, super oversold days. But this one seems different. A big thing is, I mean, if you look at the VIX in August, it was wild. So if you remember August, I mean, this was the biggest spike in the VIX since the COVID crash. And then even before then, I mean, I think it was 2008 was the biggest spike in the VIX. And so a reason that I turned pretty bullish in August after that big spike in the VIX was I just saw it come right back down to normal levels. And I was like, you know what? That was a fake out. Now the VIX has just been climbing and it's been elevated for several weeks now. And so it's like perhaps this was the peak on Monday, which means that, you know, it's a dangerous game to play shorting anything when the peak is when the VIX is as elevated as it is. So I don't know, man. Let's keep chugging along. But again, not really buying much spot right now. Like I said, I bought some Solana. If anything's gonna, one of the quickest ones to recover, I think, would be Solana. It seems it's either at an incredible value, or it's just it broke through the bottom of its range, and this is the new range. And what would that range be? That would be a good question. I mean, unfortunately, Solana has very little price history here. Maybe this pocket, there's enough liquidity there, and that pocket from 2022 that could provide some short-term support if it's going to lose this range. So, okay, all right. What do we have here? Unless there's questions, I'm going to just plow through the 50 cryptocurrencies on the trading journal spreadsheet. So, all right. And if you are watching this on TikTok and you want to watch it without the 5-minute preview, you can go to YouTube, World War Bitcoin, and head over there, and you will be able to stay in that live stream. Although comments are just for members on the YouTube channel. So, okay, give me a second here. Arbitrum is the first that I'm going to look at. Arbitrum, which is just, it continues to be a fantastic cryptocurrency to short. Short every pump, every pump on Arbitrum. And you could probably short every pump on Arbitrum until you see a broader reversal, until you see strength in some of the larger cap cryptos. You can continue to short every pump on Arbitrum. So I mean, I kind of drew something out. You can kind of see it there, but this actually looks like a good level to short. It had a very low volume break of its trend line, but did not put in a higher high. Keeps on getting rejected at the 20-day EMA. Amazingly, it can't even get up to the 20-day EMA. So where do we go from here? I mean, the volume's still terrible. Maybe I would wait for stochastic. If stochastic ever got to, I don't think stochastic's going to get to oversold anytime soon, on the daily at least, or overbought, excuse me. So, there's just, you see 2 green candles or something like that. That's a good one to short. I mean, aside from that fake Trump pump, and then it got listed on Robinhood, had a big spike, and I shorted Arbitrum. I should have just kept that open when it got listed on Robinhood, which is the name of the game right now. Popcat, Peanut, and Pengu got listed on Robinhood today. I opened a short on Popcat, and I'm still in that. So, ironically, the original 2024 plan, 1,000 viewers in the stream, was the local top. There was a day with 1,000. There's 2 days with 1,100, I think it was. Yeah, I remember that. I was kicking myself because I sold half of my crypto at that point. I sold half of my crypto, and that was the plan. That was always the plan, was to sell half of my crypto around the time, like starting when Bitcoin hit $53,000, which I know even now some people would scratch their heads at that, but like, I bought in the depths of the bear market. I was up, I was up multiple X's, and that's what you got to do. You don't wait there's no guarantees in crypto. So, USD, here's man, USDT dominance messed with us this time around, but like March of 2024, look at that. That was the peak when USDT dominance hit this multi-year trend line. That was the peak. Now, I mean, look at USDT dominance. I was paying attention a lot to the multi-year trend line, but look where it went. It went right down to that March level, and then it bounced. It did a double tap swing pattern failure, or you could say triple tap, but it went back down to that March level, and that was so. Let's see, December of 2024. That was the peak. I don't remember exactly when was the exact date in December, but it couldn't break through that 3.79%. Now it's up to 5.53%. And maybe it'll slow down at the 200-week moving average there, but I don't know. So for Arbitrum, keep shorting every pump. Most of us, myself included, got too euphoric in December and mostly round-tripped. Yep. Well, I mean, would I say, here's what I would say. Instead of too euphoric in December, what I would say is that most people just, their expectations for 2025 were so high that, it didn't feel like the level of euphoria that we saw in 2021 or 2018. It wasn't anywhere near there. If I were to give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that was a 3. And I would say 2021 was a 10. And so it wasn't really all that much euphoria, but it was very exciting. It was definitely an exciting time. It's just we were expecting 10 out of 10 euphoria. Well, I shouldn't say we, not me. I'm sorry. Not me. But even when I sold, I didn't think it was going to get this bad. For sure. That was a precautionary sell. So thank you, Teresa. All right. Next, and I'm glad it was precautionary. That's exactly why it was a precautionary sell. Because is it possible that I could have foreseen that this would happen? I guess you could say yes. I need to eat some of this dessert that my wife packed for my lunch. I don't even know what this is, like peanut butter balls with chocolate in them. The thing you got to remember, if you round tripped in December, from December, just assume, do not fall for the trap of assuming that you are going to win. Because most people in my live streams, even when things get really excited, most people end up losing, always. And so, if you have that mindset, it'll scare you into selling when you're up. So that's what I've people call me paper hands, and I would say that's too strong of a substance. Paper is too strong of a substance. I'm lettuce hands. I'm terrified. I respect the market. I respect it. I respect the crap out of the market, knowing that it is a great humbler. All right, so Arkham's really interesting here. What do we say about Arkham? I mean, this really high volume. I shorted Arkham, didn't I? No, I didn't. I shorted something else that starts with an A. I'm out of that short right now. But this is like I said in my spreadsheet. This is exactly what you look for in my trading journal. This is exactly what you look for in this environment. You look for a big spike up like that, and then I would do a low leverage short. Because if the market's going to give you something like this, take advantage of it. And so Arkham, the length of that wick, even though it was high volume, I'm a little bit hesitant to short, but it seems like the name of the game the last few weeks. Let me look even further. Yeah, wow, okay. Straight up, Arkham since January, all you have to do is wait for it to hit the 20-day EMA and then short it. So it's not there now. I wouldn't touch it, but you see it get up to this red line, the 20-day EMA, hit the short, do a low leverage short. You might be down a little bit in the beginning because there's some pretty violent wicks above the 20-day EMA, but But until we see a reversal, especially Arkham's pretty highly inflationary. So that's what I'm typing in the trading journal. Okay, another bite of the peanut butter chocolate chip thingamajigger. Guys, I'm sorry, this market looks terrible right now. With very little hope, but we all know it can change on a dime. But Dante's Inferno, whatever it's called, abandon all hope, ye who enter. If you have that mindset, it's probably a good mindset to have. So Cosmos is doing something that a lot of cryptos are doing right now. They break the downtrend. They've broken the downtrend. They broke the downtrend a couple weeks ago, but failed to put in a higher high, very low volume breakout, which would cause me to be very skeptical of that breakout. And so now it's just riding this trend line, holding it as support, but the trend line's going down. So it's just, instead of shorting at the trend line, now you short at any pump off the trend line. Not something I would short at this moment, but Cosmos has terrible tokenomics. So this is a pretty safe short until we see a significant reversal in the overall crypto market. All right, next, Avalanche. Avalanche. So I'm seeing a consistent theme here. It's just the 20-day EMA. I mean, these cryptos are looking so bad that they're not even giving us many opportunities to get up to the 20-day EMA. Like when you see a big pump in crypto, you should not buy that crypto until it comes back down to the 20-day EMA at the very earliest or latest. I don't know. So same deal. When it's just in a big downtrend, you should not touch that crypto for a short, at least until you see it hit the 20-day EMA. Don't be greedy with your shorts. So I think that's all I would say about this. It's just such an ugly chart. I mean, it's below its August 5th bottom. It is not below its bear market bottom. I mean, it can still go down to its bear market bottom. What was that? $8. So it's just, this is so aggressive, this downtrend, that it's like at some point it's got to reverse. But I still am not interested in buying this, even now. Sorry. I'm sure that doesn't sound good whenever I drink my coffee, at least on YouTube. But I'm going to keep drinking it because I love coffee. I'm crazy in love with coffee. Okay. All right. Help us out, Bitcoin Cash. Because Bitcoin Cash looked really good last week, but I'm afraid to look at this chart. Bitcoin Cash. Oh, gosh, I didn't mean to do that. All right, still showing some signs of life. I've said this on other live streams. There are maybe like 4 cryptos that I would buy right now, and Bitcoin Cash is one of them. I am perfectly fine round tripping Bitcoin Cash. My respect for Bitcoin Cash. I used to have a saying with Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin cash is trash. And I respect this crypto so much more right now because it's one of the few, along with Tron, it's one of like 4 or 5 cryptocurrencies that outperformed Bitcoin in the last bear market. So it makes me think that it can establish a solid floor, continuing to put in higher highs, higher lows. Have you been DCAing at all, or are you still on the sidelines waiting to pounce? I have not been DCAing at all, not even a little bit. But I've nibbled here and there. Like I bought some Solana yesterday, which I might regret, but it just seems like a good place to buy Solana based off of the charts at least. Yeah. I think I'll buy. I'm probably going to be pretty aggressive buying on a back test of this trend line if it gets down there. It would have a decent pop, maybe up to 350. If this is a new downtrend, which I mean, lots of strength. Maybe that's a lower high, but I don't think so. I mean, maybe it is. Whatever the case, I'd set a limit order. Really, this liquidity zone, 298 to 293. I'm going to set a limit order at 298. All right, setting a limit order for 298. If it gets there, it needs to be for short-term gains. Because that will be the start of a new downtrend. Okay, just got here. What's the outlook for Bitcoin? We're still just, I mean, today's disappointing for sure. But it's a red day, and it's like, here's the deal. We got close. We filled the CME gap. We rose. Bitcoin rose after filling the CME gap by how much? $7,000? No, $9,000. $8,000, excuse me. $8,000 in 2 days. So is it a surprise that today's a red day? I would say no. But what do we do now? I still think, I do think that there's going to be some relief here. That, at the worst case scenario, we're going to get to the bottom of the previous range, 91,878. Will that happen this week? No. Will it happen next week? No comment. I don't know. But I think eventually, at the very least, we'll get up to 91,878, and then we'll see about that. So what are your plans for HEEHEE? How do I say this? I reserve the right to not care about HEEHEE all that much right now. We need HEEHEE is not immune to all of this craziness. All right, so what's the plan? I mean, I'm not selling any of my HEEHEE, and I'm going to look for opportunities to accumulate, and then I'm going to wait for the right opportunity for this thing to pump like crazy. I am convinced that when euphoria comes, whether it's the end of this year or 2 months from now or 2026 or 2027, that HEEHEE will 100x. So I'm not, I'm not abandoning HEEHEE ever, not until we see that 100x. Not until we see HEEHEE at a $100 million market cap. And I'm not saying I'm going to abandon it after that, but there's nothing we can do right now to prevent HEEHEE from going along with the rest of the market. Thank you, Atrox. do you see Bitcoin mimicking its last peak, where it does a huge double top? Now we are in the mid. I could see that. Yeah, let's go to the weekly, and we can look at that last double top. Now, what level of confidence do I have? I don't know, but it's definitely in the realm of possibility. I mean, that was a crazy time. Went down to the 30s, climbed back up, pretty much did a double top. Let's say, oh wow, 50-week EMA bounced right off the 50-week EMA. Let's just say for giggles that was the bottom. Here's my fear. Well, let's say for giggles, whatever, that this was the peak and this was the bottom. My fear is that what we would have is a move up to something like a 618 retrace or 702 in later in the year, and then that would be it. But if we got up there later in the year, there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of people telling you we're back on. And so, but could that happen before May, that we hit it, even do a double top? I'd say that's within the realm of possibility. But if not, you know, I would be expecting a move up to somewhere between a 618 and 702 retrace, because I'm not a bull for the end of the year. Alex, I was thinking about your conspiracy video regarding Trump earlier. If that was the case, do you still think they would have tried unaliving him at the rally? I mean, all right, that's pretty tinfoil. I don't know. I don't know, man. All I have to do is wait because I'm down quite a bit. Sure, I don't know. Are you live on 2025? Do you mean YouTube, UB? I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I'm live. I have a members only live stream on YouTube that's available for public viewing, but only members can comment. I feel like they would have wanted him to be president for the next election. He'll be 82 at the next election. I mean, whatever, Mackie. I just want to look at charts right now. I don't even want to speculate about that. There's no way he would have run in 2028. All right, loop ring. What do I think of the chart? It looks terrible, just like everything else. I'm pretty sure this blue line here was the previous cycle bottom. So that's rough. Oh, wait, this is a weekly chart. Yeah, he'll be 82. Yeah. So loop rings below the previous cycle bottom does not have, amazingly. Yeah, I know, UB. Loop ring does not have bad tokenomics. And I mean, this even, man, you know, this put in, it had a peak in 2018. Man, look at it. This is wild price action historically. All right, so it's not lower than its 2018 to 2020 bear market bottom, but it hit an all-time high in 2018 and then hit a higher high in 2021. And then since then has done nothing like the rest of crypto. But now it's below its 2022. Oh, it was already below its 2022 bear market bottom. So it's below its 2024 bottom now, with no signs in sight. This is pretty wild for a cryptocurrency with good tokenomics, that it would just perform this terribly. Maybe we could do something like that. It just, where's the floor? I'm seeing a lot of people argue that loopring, that, all these cryptocurrencies that are at their previous bear market bottoms, that they can't go any lower. And I think that's kind of nonsense. They can certainly go lower. Loopring is lower. And if any one crypto should not be lower, I mean, not one crypto, but I mean, loopring should not be lower than its previous bear market bottom, or its 2024 bottom. So same deal. I made some notes yesterday, lost 2024 bottom level, falling knife, short every pump. And my notes in the trading journal are now the same thing. Same as yesterday. But I mean, look at how violently loopring has the potential to move. I mean, from November 3rd up until, what day was that? December 5th, a month. It did a 3x in a month. So at some point, this seems like a good option. But, all right, let's see. I'm on Arkham, Cosmos, Avalanche, now Bitcoin Cash, Binance, BNB. Binance. Donald Trump wants to buy some Binance. Do you share your charts / notes anywhere? Yes. Not my charts. Not my charts, but my trading journal. Actually, if you go to YouTube right now, World War Bitcoin, I'll share it again. It should be in the comment section, or in the chat section. Or if you can't get it, you can message me and I'll send it to you. Benjamin Cohen is talking about alt has to go to the range lows against Bitcoin. What is your take? I mean, I don't have many Bitcoin charts here. What are the range lows? Let me look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. I don't look at many Bitcoin charts. Okay. So amazingly, believe it or not, I mean, I did already know this, but Ethereum is not lower than its bear market bottom. Its previous cycle bottom against Bitcoin. It bottomed out in August 2019. So maybe he's right about that. Yeah, maybe that's the pair we should be looking at and not their dollar pairs. No, not a trend line. Come on, horizontal line. So, here we go. That's how much further. I would not be surprised at all if Ethereum saw some kind of a bounce in its Bitcoin pair right at that level. 0.01586. That still feels like a long way to go before we get there. Let me look up some other Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin pair chart. I mean, certainly not XRP. XRP is way up against Bitcoin. So Cardano, let me look at Cardano Bitcoin. Cardano. So previous range low would be something like, it came close. I mean, listen, this is not an area of expertise in me, and for me analyzing these altcoins versus Bitcoin. So could Cardano get back down? Could get all the way down there? Maybe. I just don't know. I mean, Ethereum makes sense though. So, all right, let me look at Binance. I'm gonna plead with you again, all of you. There's always opportunity in crypto. All right, you're just bag holding. You're sitting there. You're losing money. There's no end in sight. There's opportunity, and I'm taking advantage of those opportunities right now. Oh man, Binance is actually looking pretty strong. Oh my goodness. I'm just surprised. I mean, it should never surprise any of us about Binance, about BNB. It's just a behemoth. And so my notes from the 13th or from the 11th, 2 days ago, bottom of the range, buy at the bottom, sell at the top for now. So it got down to the bottom of this range close to the bottom, a range that it's been in since March of last year. You know, buy at the bottom, sell at the top. I mean, in this environment, I'll take anything I can get. You know, if you bought 2 days ago, you would have bought at the perfect time. And now it's just, it's up 3 green candles in a row. Although the wick on this candle is pretty scary, would make me think that, you know, got up to this 786 retrace here, that was enough for this pump, and it's going to go down now. So okay, Benjamin Cohen's take is that others will fall another 33%. I'm assuming that means percent against Bitcoin. I hope that happens when Bitcoin goes up. If it happens with Bitcoin going down, that's going to be very ugly. So maybe he's right. He's you know, he's done a good job adjusting to this cycle. What has the most viewers you've had on your cycle thus far? If you said you were selling at 1K. In March of 2024, we got to 1,100. In November, I think it was November of 2024, we got up to 700. So I think that actually is a good level of a good measure of how euphoric things get. The numbers in my live streams. All right, not a good time for me. So could you look at Tired? If it's on TradingView, yeah. Tired USD. Tired. It's not on TradingView. I'm getting a computer built for me, super high power computer. Devin gave me a couple of things, and the reason why I'm saying this is the deck screener might not work for me on this computer still, so I might not be able to look at it. It drives me crazy. Lesson, let this be a lesson to you. Don't buy $100 refurbished computers on Amazon. There we go. Tired Dad. All right, so, oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, this is pretty new. That's a very bullish looking chart. How low can it correct? It could just go straight down. I don't know anything about this. I mean, so far so good. I mean, at some point, especially in this market, people are going to be looking to take profits, and this is one that they'll want to take profits on. So it's not something that I'd be interested in buying right now. I mean, volume 47K equal buy sell volume. This is very unpredictable. I had one computer made individually for me as well. It's a friggin' monster. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Do you think we will more rate cuts because of reverse repo draining T-bills? I haven't been paying attention to reverse repos. I know that they're pretty low. So here's something. Oh man, is this going to load on my computer? Let me just say this. Trueflation, a website that I discovered today, and I'm pretty fascinated by it. Will it please load? It might not load. What you would see if you went to trueflation.com is that their measure of inflation is 1.5% right now. Man, 1.5%. So what does that mean for the next CPI report? I wouldn't be surprised if the estimates were down to like 2% or maybe lower too, something like that. And that, along with everything Trump is doing, I think it is going to put pressure on the Fed to lower rates sooner rather than later. You know, I mean, let's go to the CME Fed Watch. There's no way they're lowering rates at the next Fed meeting. That's off the table. I mean, something catastrophic would have to happen. You know, maybe a pandemic or, I don't know, a nuclear bomb going off or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, it's 97% chance last I saw. Why is this? Okay, here we go. 99% chance now that they're not lowering rates. But then May, it's 74.4% that they're not lowering rates. But if we see a surprisingly low CPI report come out next month, I wouldn't be surprised if this became a much higher chance. All right, just join. Any reason to be concerned, pullback, or still think relief pump before May? Still think relief pump before May. I'm not going to be concerned. I have two lines in the sand. My line number one is the 50-week moving average. I don't have it on the screen here, but it's $75,500. You know, reason to be concerned about today's dump, I would say an $8,000 move in 2 days, you could expect a correction. But my line in the sand, the 50-week moving average, if we lose that on a weekly candle, I'm going to change my perspective entirely and just say it's over. It's over for now. I mean, not over for until 2028. My other line in the sand is $95,000. That's that dollar amount we got to on that Trump scam pump that Sunday. And that's a 786 retrace from this peak here to that big liquidation wick on those tariff fears on February 28th. So 95,000, we break through $95,000, I'll believe that we will hit a new all-time high. Until we break one of those to the upside or the downside, I'm really not changing my perspective. All right, let me look at ICP. So long-term potential for ICP, absolutely. Oh yeah. And their revenues are up pretty big. So they're doing something right. Short term, I see nothing. I see lots and lots of opportunities to short ICP at this trend line. I mean, it's pretty clean. Downside threshold 75 and a half. And again, we can have daily closes below there, but weekly close, no. So ICP, just short it. Continue to short it. Today would have been a great point, a great level to short. Oh no! Oh, did I miss this? All right, ICP still looking to short. 570 would be a good level. Okay, I feel a little bit better. It didn't get to 570. It got really close though. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I fit 563. So, all right, again, still looking to short. March 13th, 2025. This is going in the Trading Journal. Still looking to short. Next level is about, I'm just going to say 545. It's just every day it gets lower. The shorting level gets lower because the downtrend continues. Typically, how quickly do you post a video after you enter strongly into the market? I'd let people know right away. What about those banks that loans 5 years ago that gold's commercial real estate expired? I don't know what you're asking. Could you, I guess, try again? Oh, man. All right, Bitcoin is just indecisive at the moment. In 2 days. Okay. All right, let's look at crypto.com. Kronos, thank you, Hesham. Kronos, crypto.com. One of the few that I like. One of the few. We'll see, though. As of right now. I think it's formed a higher low here. I mean, no, I don't think that's actually what it's done. Perfect back test off the trend line. But does this have enough juice to put in a higher high? That's the question, and I don't know the answer to that question. So, kind of in indecision mode right now. All right, so my notes on crypto.com, confidence is low that this is going to be able to continue the uptrend, would be very bullish after a higher high. So if crypto.com did something, I'm on the wrong part, here we go. If crypto.com from here did something like this, broke through that 50-day EMA, and then put in a higher low, I'd feel a lot more confident about entering this, because then I would think it would be on a clear path up to 12 cents or so at least short term. So we'll see. We'll see. We need some strength in the market before we can see anything significant happen with that. Ay. All right. Do you have a selection of cryptos that you don't touch and you are very long on? If so, which ones? There's nothing that I'm very long on right now. And then don't touch, what do you mean? Are you talking about for buying or for shorting? If you're talking about for buying, there's a long list that I could give you, and it's mostly newer cryptos with terrible tokenomics, like a Celestia, Sui. There's so many. Arkham, Arbitrum. If you're talking about that I wouldn't touch for shorting, there's some that they're very dangerous to short. Bitcoin Cash, believe it or not, is a dangerous crypto to short. Ethereum Classic, same deal. Litecoin, I just, these are cryptos, yeah, I wouldn't touch for buying. Okay, so many of them. Yeah, I guess I'll just stop there. Next target for Litecoin, unfortunately, is 79 $79.80. Now it did get down there, it got really close there. My goodness, on a big liquidation wick, but we're seeing multiple daily closes now below this level and below the 200-day moving average. So there's lots of confluence there that this would be, that 93.79 would be resistance for Litecoin. Give me a second, Mar. All right, Bitcoin 79K. What's the word? DCA or wait? I mean, DCA into Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin's at 80,275. I don't DCA into Bitcoin at all, unless it's just straight up the bear market. Like, you know, it's much lower than its peak. I'm not selling. I'm not a seller of Bitcoin. If you're talking about altcoins, I'm waiting. Not touching any of them right now until we see a reversal in the total two. Yeah, DCA in general, yeah, no thanks. Again, I know it's really frustrating. It's difficult to wait. But like you have people who keep on telling you to DCA and buy the dip. And I mean, let me find a crypto, some random crypto. How about Cello? You know, all from December until today, it's buy the dip, DCA. This is a great, wow, yeah, we're at a great value right now. You should definitely buy the dip. All right, so you bought on Christmas Day. You bought some Cello for your 4-year-old on Christmas Day, and you bought $1,000 of Cello. That $1,000 is now worth $500. Oh no, but it dipped lower, so now you know it's at 50 cents. What a deal! What a deal for Cello. You know, DCA, and well, here we are now at 32 cents. And I really, really want to buy crypto. I want to do it, but I can't because I'm sorry, guys. These altcoins, until we see a reversal, they can continue to go lower. You know, knife catching is a terrible idea. That was one of the earliest mistakes that I had ever made in investing, was trying to catch a falling knife. You know what happens when you try to catch a falling knife? You get cut. So, all right. What's up with Pepe? Yeah, that'll dry you up. Yep, bought a few more Pepe at just so low 2 days ago. Not a lot, but it was too tempting. All right. You know, 2 days ago you bought some. Man, I wish I had been paying attention. Look at Pepe. I'm not excited about this pump. And it got rejected right at the 20-day EMA, which seems like a good level to short, to consistently short. What an opportunity. If I was paying attention, I would have absolutely shorted Pepe at the 20-day EMA, but I wasn't paying attention. So total 2 or total 3, for me, I'm waiting for total 2 to break its downtrend and show strength. Total 3 last week looked like it was going to break its downtrend, and then it didn't. It went right back down. So All right, let's see. I took a few bucks from that quick Pepe pump. Didn't like to be inactive any longer. Yeah, you know, something that's just very therapeutic for dealing with these dumps is it's being in shorts. You know, I at least feel a little bit better seeing my trading portfolio go up in value. So let's see. Turn my mower off just to pay attention to live. Okay. I thought we had a cup and handle on many charts, but the handle went lower and lower. Oh man, sometimes it just plays itself out like that. I remember there was this day I looked at the charts and all three Pepe, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu all looked primed. They looked ready. I remember the day. I think it was right around here, December 7th. And I was like, look at that beautiful cup, probably going to form a handle, ready to break out. Shiba Inu looked super bullish. Dogecoin looked super bullish. And they all just went the opposite direction. It happens, you know, you adjust. I think I would say December 7th, I remember that day. I would label that as the peak. I would label that as the peak, December 7th. We got a month. And what was I going to say about that? Oh, I said leading up to the peak, I am going to be bullish on the day of the peak. And that was me being bullish on the day of the peak. It's one of the most embarrassing tweets I've ever made. Because I tweeted out, like, you know, Pepe, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, they all look amazing right now. And that was the day of the peak. Yeah, I remember that. Is this manipulation or what's happening in the markets? I think there's always some level of manipulation, always. But personally, you know, I mean, I made a video saying that I was going to exit 90% within 2 to 4 months after the first rate cuts. I ended up exiting 40%. I think that this is going exactly according to how I expected it before I deviated because of how aggressive that Trump pump win was after he won. So I think people are going to be tempted to label market manipulation. What I would say is it's max pain. It's max pain. It's like always, you got to always think through what the most painful scenario would be. And that's what's played itself out. The most painful scenario is everything pumps really hard leading into the post-halving year. And then when everyone's expecting these big rockets, it reverses. Yeah, max pain. I'm talking about those days. Arrow, Super looked the same at that day on the 7th. Yeah, I believe it. Dogecoin likes to fall all the way back down. Sorta. Now let me look at the Dogecoin chart. I'm sure it looks terrible. Yeah, low volume break of the downtrend, and now it's just going to continue to backtest the downtrend. So Dogecoin. I really, really wanted to buy like so much, like an insane and an embarrassing amount of Dogecoin. I wanted to buy so much Dogecoin in the bear market. But what I wanted was for Dogecoin to go somewhere between 3 and 5 cents. I thought maybe, you know, it would have been an absolute steal at 3 cents. Instead, it bottomed out at like 5.7 cents, so I didn't buy as much. Because, I mean, that difference is like, it's the difference. A 3 cent Doge would have been a 15x. A 5.7 cent Doge ended up being an 8x or something like that. That's a pretty significant difference. So I didn't buy as much. But then, you know, March of 2024, when things got really hot, I bought a ton right before it exploded. So I'll take that W. Yeah, for sure, Max Payne. About to sell all my crypto. I'm not going to discourage you from selling all your crypto. I am 90% out right now. I'm very eager to get back in. I think I will be able to get back in soon. Why am I? I sold 40% in December. There was the day before that big tariff scare. I sold a bunch. I don't know why. I don't remember why. And that's when I got closer to 90%. So now, I mean, it's still really painful looking at the charts, but I don't know where I was going with that. I mean, shorting, I really enjoy shorting crypto during this downtrend. It's pretty easy, and then longing crypto during an uptrend is pretty easy. Down 18%. That's what my portfolio says. You're doing a lot better than a lot of other people then. Okay. Down like everything else, bouncing off the downtrend line now. Short every bounce. Short every bounce. Brother, do you think we'll see at least another mini alt season like the 2 peaks we had? I would say abandon hope for that in 2025. And I would say with like 99% confidence that we will experience something like that between now and in the 2028 halving. So I'm sorry, man. After this past weekend, Ethereum, let me show you why I've changed my perspective on this. I mean, I wouldn't really say I've changed my perspective, but I was hopeful for something alt season wise, altcoin wise. When Ethereum lost this level here, for me, I had always pictured that as the bottom, 2133. When Ethereum lost that level, the way it lost that level, and now it's down to 1800. Now maybe there's some support at the 236 retrace from its 2024 peak to its bear market bottom. I was like, nah, that's it. We can't go lower than that. I mean, we shouldn't have gone lower than that. And then Solana, I mean, these are two of the biggest players here. I mean, we'll see with Solana still, but Solana losing a 1-year range. Solana losing a 1-year range makes me very, very much. It changes my perspective. So now, I mean, I could see Solana reclaiming the range for a little bit and having a nice scam pump up to $200 even. But yeah, my mindset changed significantly this past weekend. Now, again, we could have Total 3 hit a new all-time high. XRP, like I said, XRP doesn't look that bad. It actually looks really good still. But you never know. I mean, are we going to make it? Is XRP going to have that big move? It looks all right. But, when would I throw in the towel on any hope of altcoins doing anything significant? If we see XRP just go solidly below $2, not just a wick, but like multiple closes below $2, that's it for me with altcoins. Yeah, Total 3. But, I mean, XRP, it's still within range right now. So, head and shoulders on the yearly? On the yearly? I mean, I see weekly here. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that doesn't look good. You know, I mean, I'm influenced by the blockchain backer a lot. I think he's about ready to throw in the towel on XRP. Like, I think he had projections of potentially $9 to $11 on XRP. I think he's about to give up on that. I never had projections for $9 to $11 on XRP. All right. Hey, how about another terrible looking crypto chart here? Isn't this fun? I mean, if you're a bear, it's a lot of fun. So I'm seeing a consistent theme here. I might actually add this to my notes, my front page notes on the trading journal. Yeah. All right, here's what I'm seeing. Also, seeing a consistent theme of altcoins getting rejected at the 20-day EMA. Good level for scalp shorts. See you later, Mar. If there's a bit of a pump, there's so many people waiting to sell, pretty much. And even, I mean, like I did say this at the beginning of the live stream, shorting crypto pumps has been an effective strategy for me. I hate to say that, you know. Caspa went up 26% yesterday. I shorted it. Popcat got listed on Robinhood. I opened a short on Popcat. Any crypto that gets listed on Robinhood, I'm probably just going to short until something changes. I'm going to short that crypto. I did that with Arbitrum a few weeks ago. Okay, Dogecoin. I did Dogecoin, Polkadot. $388. Bear market bottom, very close. I think. Yep. Hey. Uh-oh. I did not mean to do that. At least with Polkadot, it's not below its bear market bottom. But I don't have much hope. I would think that this is going to continue to go down to its bear market bottom further. So, yay. What do I say about Polkadot? I mean, again, 20-day EMA is a good level to short. I think that just needs to be my notes for the rest of the cryptos that I'm looking at here. Short the 20-day EMA. Short the 20-day EMA. Can we judge the entire altcoin market by how XLM literally peaked perfectly, right as expected? Not sure what you mean. So XLM, wow, I'm up big on my short on XLM. If you go to the all chart, I'm sorry, man. I'm still not sure what you mean. I mean, so you're talking about XLM peaking. It peaked at 64. Oh, wow. It got that high. 64 cents on November 25th. So it was a little early. Finally, a comment on YouTube. What's up, or what are we thinking? 2026 run. I think that's. I've been saying 2026 for a while. I think that's the big run. You know, we could have a short-term run, but. Oh, wait a second. All right, it peaked at every bull market top the same way. Huh. Yeah, I mean, XLM makes aggressive moves, and then it just kind of grinds down. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to do that. So maybe this is the sign from in the future. You see XLM do something like this. Just get out, you know? Get out of everything. I mean, maybe not everything, but short every pump. EGLD. Here's another level that I was really thinking was going to hold. Elrond. $20.31, and here it is at $17.45. I mean, man, it went for 3 weeks just holding that level. But then it didn't. Should we talk about soccer while the market recovers? You mean football? Double top S&P. It was not quite a double top, but yeah, I'm holding to see not a double top, but a move up to about 6,000 on the S&P, which I do believe is going to happen. So I'm not too excited about football because, you know, sorry guys, sorry in advance. Manchester City's not having a very good season this year. And those are my boys. Like I said, sorry. You would know if you were from anywhere other than the United States. If I give you one guess, you will guess when I became a Manchester City fan. But I've been a fan ever since then. I'm going to continue to remain a fan. Would love to go to a game one day, or a match, excuse me. Arrow or tie short term. So Arrow is absolutely not. So I'm a little bit nervous about looking at TARS right now. I haven't looked at it in a few days. Yeah, Chelsea. Whew. Isn't United, like, they're not going to get relegated, but aren't they close? That's insane. That would blow me away if United got relegated. Oh man, TARS it's doing the same thing that everything else is. Ah, gosh. At some point, I mean, again, another one that lost a significant range is just going straight down. United are 14th. Okay, all right. I guess that's better than I thought. All right, let's look it up. Premier League table. And sorry if any of you are not, you absolutely do not care. I mean, this is, oh, Chelsea's fourth. Oh, come on, City. This is the absolute nightmare scenario for me. Liverpool, they're 15 points in the clear. They're obviously going to win the league. At least they got eliminated from the Champions League. I can count on that. At least they're not going to win the Champions League. And then City, if City don't qualify for the Champions League next year, what in the world, man? Europa League group stage. Oh. I guess I shouldn't complain too much as a City fan. I should stop. I really should stop complaining. You know, won a Champions League. Guys, I'm going to stop complaining about City. I will complain about Liverpool, though. I mean, if you're talking about the season from hell, okay. Oh, wait. I also want to look up Wrexham. Sorry, American here. Lost 2-0 to Reading. They're in third. Tied with for second. I mean, in points at least. Okay. All right. EGLD. So I'm sorry, arrow or tie short term, neither of them. That's my answer. No. Not when it's looking like this. All right, extended family from Wrexham. That's nice. All right, I'm gonna go live for about 5 more minutes and then do some charting here. So I think I'm gonna sell crypto cheat guides like Calvin Hill. Oh man, Calvin Hill. Yeah, I remember all throughout 2024, I'd say something that Calvin Hill disagreed with, or apparently I don't watch his live streams. It's like, well, Calvin Hill says yada yada yada. Okay, all right. I think I've been proven right against Calvin Hill pretty much every time. At least people's explanation of what Calvin Hill believes, like literally every time. I've been proven right if I've disagreed with him. Man, this is so ugly. Guys, you have to short. You have to, it'll help you so much with your sanity. You know, like my friend Louis Raskin, he made $300,000 after the peak in 2021 because he identified that it was over and then just took every opportunity he could take to short crypto. And so, you know, I've been recommending BitUnix. You do not need a VPN for that. Just download BitUnix and then sign up with my referral code 1DAC, and you'll get benefits from that. You'll get benefits from volume, and then short every pump for now. Just short every pump. Every move up to the 20-day EMA, short it. So that's the name of the game right now until something changes. All right, one more chart, the most depressing chart of the day, and then I'm going to end this live stream. Man, congrats. Sold everything under December. I can feel the pain people are feeling. Yeah, man, it's so depressing, and I'm not all that affected because I'm mostly out, but it's still super depressing. You know, all right, yeah, I'll look at Ethereum, but I meant Engine. Engine's super ugly because, I mean, this isn't the most depressing, but it's another one. 20-day, look at this, man. Why have I not noticed this before? It's just the 20-day EMA. Just short the 20-day EMA. All right, Ethereum, and then I'll be done. I mean, this is the most depressing chart in all of crypto. I mean, my goodness, we can't even get it. Last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, can't even get to the freaking 20-day EMA. Even on that scam pump, the Trump scam pump, we got up to the 20-day EMA that day, but that was such a fake out, you know? So, yeah, you know, 20-day EMA for Ethereum, short the crap out of that. Right now, I wouldn't touch it. I thought to definitely be out by the inauguration. Yeah, man. I mean, my initial game plan was 2 to 4 months after the first rate cut. The 4 month date was 2 days before the inauguration. And man, that would have been a great weekend to just exit. I mean, that was the weekend of the Trump pump. Do you think staking ETH ETF will help? In the long run, yeah. But not right now. One red mic, what's up, man? Are we DCAing yet? I am not DCAing at all. Not yet. Got to see something. My eyes are on the total 2. Got to see the total 2 do something here, man. And right now, it does not look pretty. It's just, this is the total 2. So, all right, this is the last thing I'm going to look at. This is really important because I was trying to analyze this in comparison to 2021, or actually 2022. So 2022, what to buy short term? I mean, there isn't much, man. Maybe Bitcoin Cash. And I am being serious about that. So 2022, the total 2 peaked, or November 2021, the total altcoin market cap peaked. And then let me hide the EMAs real quick, just so we can see this clearly. Then, you know, rejection, and then big dump, and then kind of climbs but can't get back up to the trend line, and then huge dump. And then it was like, okay, this is January 24th of 2022. For a few months there, that was the bottom. So January 24th until it got back up to the 200-day moving average. 3 months. For 3 months, it was kind of like a mini rally there. But that was after, you know, not even being able to hang with the 200 with the trend line. So what about now? Now we're still riding along the trend line. And you know what? I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's a viable comparison. Unless, you know, here's what I would say. If we saw some kind of mega dump from here, I would pretty much be done shorting. You know, we saw it get down maybe to 722 billion. But I mean, we're already well below the 200 moving average. So let me think through that more. I got to think through that more. Because I am, since we're riding it the way that we are, I'm not expecting entirely the same scenario that we saw in 2021. Because I don't think, because it was over in 2021. I'm not saying it's over now. You know what? I mean, it probably wouldn't be a good. Yeah, never mind. I was going to say maybe early 2021 would be a good comparison, but we dropped so quickly in early 2021. Never mind. All right. Well, that's going to be it for me. Make sure, as if you're a subscriber or member, that you look at my notes in the trading spreadsheet. But if you want a cheat sheet, here's the deal: short every pump to the 20-day EMA. That is the name of the game right now. And until that changes, that's how you're going to make money. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.